Hey, second grade friends, this is the week's reading theme, and it is all about rules. You guys are great at second grade rules. You've been in second grade for a long time. We're going to talk about rules, where they come from, and why they're important. So take a look at this photograph for a minute, and I want you to tell me what you think these kiddos are doing. Are they following rules? If so, what rules are they following? All right, some of you might have noticed that they're standing in a line. You might have also noticed that they are um, facing forward, most of them, quietly, not talking to a neighbor too much. And I'm curious as to why this might be important. Why is this rule, standing in a line outside, important? Like after we do with reset? What do I always do after reset? Yes, I count you all. Make sure that everybody is safe and everybody is with me, and that's what they're doing here. Looks like they might be going on a field trip. Yep, I actually see on the name tag it says field trip. So they're probably getting a head count, counting heads, making sure everybody's safe and sound. If the kiddos were running all over the place, it would be really hard to count and make sure everybody is okay. Also, making sure that they're quiet while the teacher's counting is important as well, facing forward. So that is definitely a rule that's important, and I would say most rules are set in order to help us stay safe. Just like the rule of staying at home and not going out too much and being around everyone is there for your safety. Governor DeWine has done that to make sure that we're safe, we're healthy, and other people aren't getting sick. So why are rules important is our focus and essential question this week. I'm going to go ahead and show you the video to build some background as well.
Rights and rules. Why are rules important? Throughout the day, we follow many rules. At school, there are rules for how to get on the bus. We stay in line and climb the steps carefully. There are also rules for how to behave in class. When we want to answer a question, we raise our hands and wait for the teacher to call on us. If everyone talked at once, we couldn't hear each other or the teacher. Following the rules helps us learn. We also follow rules when we play with our friends. At the park, these children are following the rules by taking turns on the slide. This way, everyone gets to have fun and no one gets hurt. Following the rules keeps us safe.
All right, so following the rules keeps us safe. Just to talk a little bit more about what we're going to do in reading this week, I am going to talk to you real quickly about the short story that you're going to read today. It's called Visiting the Past. This is great for social studies. Mrs. Reeves would love this story. Why are rules important? We're going to read about how America became an independent country and developed its own rules. And we've talked a little bit about that already. We'll go over vocabulary in a separate video, but this is our short story, and I'll also post the reading with the story as well. But taking a look at the comprehension strategy this week is something that good readers are able to do, and you guys are great at this. When we were reading that mystery story about who took the money from the huge dinosaur, a lot of you were making predictions, thinking about the story, thinking about what would make sense and what would happen next and who you thought did it. So you guys are really great at that, and that's something that a good reader needs to continue on doing as you're reading through a story, whether it's a picture story or it's a chapter story or even a book that you're reading, having read to you, I'm sorry. The comprehension skill this week is cause and effect. Now, last week we did problem and solution, the plot of the story, and how that problem got fixed was called the solution. And in fact, you guys did a super job on the exit ticket doing the steps to the solution. Okay, which is kind of what they planned on doing. In the story, the tree came down, that was a problem. They gathered together, they had ideas on what they could do. And finally, Tomas decided to take the tree and move it. And instead of just burning the wood, like one of the ideas, he reused it and made it something beautiful. And that was something that was really great about that story. And that was the solution to the problem. Now, this week is cause and effect. A cause and is event that makes something happen. Okay, so the cause comes first. An effect is what happens because of that event. Okay, so let me just explain a little further, and I'll have some videos a little later this week. But if you're reading something and you're curious at the cause and effect, ask your brain what happened first. That would be the cause. And what happened second would be the effect. Now, in a sentence, it's very possible that they have them flip flopped, but think about what is happening first. So let's say, oh man, we have to have indoor recess. It's raining outside. What happened first? We didn't have recess first. The first, it rained, and that is the cause, and the effect is that we had to stay in for recess. So the first thing is the cause, and its effect is what happens next. So it's like the what and the why. And I know this can be pretty tough, so I'm going to make sure I get some videos to help us out this week in that. Our genre is expository text. You guys have read a lot of expository text. It's a fancy name for nonfiction, not fake. Expository text gives facts and information about a topic. One thing that I like about expository text is that it's always interesting, and the purpose for reading the author is trying to teach us things and facts, but it also often uses photos, captions, charts, timelines, or even maps, and it makes it really help us understand whatever the topic is a little bit further. And our vocabulary strategy towards the end of the week, we're going to do in grammar time is multi-meaning words. Okay? As you read, you may find words that could mean more than one thing. Look at the other words in the sentence to help you figure out which meaning is correct. So last week we did homophones. They sound the same, but they are spelled differently and mean different things. Multi-meaning words are words that can mean more than one thing. We'll talk about some examples of that. We'll have a video that helps you, and you're going to realize it's not hard at all. It's going to be great. So that's the main things for this week, and I think that's it. So I'll go ahead and do a vocabulary video and get the story on there, and enjoy your day. Happy Monday. Love you guys, and I hope to see you soon. We'll get Zoom going this week as well. Thanks, guys.